Good afternoon, everyone. I'm sorry I can't join you today, but I welcome this opportunity to send you a video message and help you give the legal issues facing disabled air passengers much deserved attention. The rights of disabled passengers are subject to a complex patchwork of protection that vary around the world. Regulations such as EC 1107/2006, which stipulate that airlines and airports in Europe must offer free assistance to disabled passengers, have succeeded in greatly improving the traveller experience in recent years. But inevitably, the mix of regulation, treaties and guidance in this area has also led to tensions between passengers' needs and their expectations, and between the mandatory legislation governing airlines and airports and non-legally binding guidelines. For instance, the Montreal Convention states that the maximum amount of compensation an airline can pay towards repairing or replacing a broken or damaged wheelchair is £1,000. But that conflicts with the fact that it's not unusual for today's motorised chairs to cost tens of thousands of pounds. In addition, the aviation sector faces the challenges of meeting the surging demand for the assistive services that passengers are entitled to receive, and balancing non-legally binding recommendations, such as those contained in ECAC Document 30 or Civil Aviation Authority guidance, with their own safety and commercial concerns. But whatever your views on these important issues, I'm sure that we share the same goal: working to make air travel accessible to all. And I'd like to take this opportunity to assure you that as Britain withdraws from the European Union, no matter what the outcome of the negotiations, the crucial consumer protections under EC Regulations 1107/2006 will not be eroded and will remain part of UK law. I very much welcome the progress that the aviation sector is making to improve the travel experience of disabled passengers. Gatwick's lanyard scheme ensures travellers with hidden disabilities receive a personalised service. London Heathrow and EasyJet have established special advisory groups to improve their special assistive services. And Virgin Atlantic, with the campaign group Flying Disabled, has held a symposium examining how disabled passengers could travel in the comfort of their own wheelchairs on aircraft. The government's inclusive travel strategy, published this year, lays out further plans to ensure disabled people can travel easily by all modes of transport. And the CAA now publishes annual reports into airport accessibility, which has led to significant improvements. But there are still occasions where disabled passengers face the distressing experience of just not getting the help that they need. So with the development of our aviation strategy, we're doing further work on this front. We received a strong response to our recent call for evidence informing the next stage of the strategy. And that has helped us to identify some key issues we want to consider that we set out in our Next Steps document published this April, such as further reviews of airport accessibility performance standards, or longer-term considerations such as disabled passengers remaining in their wheelchairs during their flights. Our final aviation strategy will be published next year, following a green paper this December. But the most important drivers of future legislation must, of course, be the disabled travellers themselves. Above all, laws must be shaped by the experience of passengers, and then by the airports and the airlines that they travel with. Otherwise, we risk snaring industry in red tape that is of little value to consumers. New rules, or even existing ones, are also not effective if travellers are unaware of them. So as well as ensuring that regulations are rooted in the real world, it's vital that we keep reminding people of their rights. And we must continue to develop and improve disabled people's experience of flying. Events such as this one today will help us all achieve that goal. Sharon Goodsill, our Head of Aviation Consumer Policy at the Department for Transport, and James Fremantle of the CAA, who are speaking later, will give you more detail on some of the issues that I've outlined. And I hope that this conference will be a step in building a future where air travel is open to everyone. Thank you.